there, Sue here from Maze again. Now, you may have noticed that we have updated our directory of services for parents in North East Essex. The most up-to-date version is now available on our website. It's free for you to download as a PDF. In the process of putting it together, we were contacted by an organisation called Complete Life. They were new to us, so I reached out and contacted them, and their managing director, Jane Neal, agreed to speak to me. So we've made this little video with some information for you all about Complete Life. Hi, Jane.
Hello, hiya.
Thanks so much for agreeing to speak to me today. So you are a new addition to our directory of services for North East Essex, and probably new to most other people. So I just wondered if you could tell us a bit about your job title and what is Complete Life.
My name is Jane Neal. I'm the managing director of an organisation called Complete Life. Complete Life are a person-centred, values-based organisation that provides support from 3 hours to 24/7 to individuals from the age of 8 upwards, supported living outreach services.
That sounds amazing. And when I first heard about you, I thought I need to learn a little bit more about this, because I know this is a service that so many families are desperately in need of. So many of our families just need a little bit of a break sometimes, and sometimes a longer break, as you know. So you set up Complete Life. Maybe you could just first of all tell me a little bit about yourself, Jane, and your background.
I've worked in social care for 30 years. I worked with a very large organisation for the last 23 years, doing lots of different roles across the organisation within that time, as you can imagine. Setting up lots of children's services and certainly respite services. So to give parents and families and carers that parental responsibility a break, what they need. So that was setting up holiday clubs and play schemes, and also some at-home stuff. So supporting individuals to do cooking and to do lots of different great activities. But again, as I say, just giving parents that break from parental responsibility. I'm also the dedicated safeguarding lead for children's services for Complete Life. So I've done lots of that in the past, working with Essex County Council. I was one of their ECPC's advisors as well. So working with lots of children across the region. And as I say, sort of doing lots of different organisational work and lots of different quality assurance stuff for the organisation I previously worked for. But saw an opportunity to start up Complete Life, working in a very person-centred manner with young children and young people and their families. It's my passion, and it's what I really, really love to do.
That sounds awesome. So when you say children and young people, what sort of age range does your service start at and end at?
Children from the age of 8. So age of 8 up to 25, and then on to adulthood. So it's great because we can then work maybe with children in schools and then continue that provision going through into adulthood. So that gives us a real good opportunity to continue with the consistency and with the continuity to be able to see them into adulthood past being 25, which is great.
So when you say up to 25, are you saying that you then work with them beyond the age of 25 as well, Jane?
Yes, we would. So it would be a seamless transition. So we would support children from ages sort of when they get to the 13, 14 years going on to adult services, to be able to support the family through that very a lot of the time it's a real struggle to get from adult to children's services and understanding that process. So really supporting children to get and their families to get through that, and then continuing the support for adulthood.
That sounds great. So can you tell me then, you talk about support, can you just tell me more about the types of work that you do, and who are the children and young people that you're mostly working with?
So we support anybody from the age of 8 upwards, as I said, people, young children, adults with learning disabilities, physical disabilities and or autism, those that may present challenging behaviours. So that's the kind of individuals that we work with. And that could be for 3 hours after school, for school, could be school holidays, weekends, evenings, as I say, from 3 hours up to 24/7. To the individual's needs, wants and objectives. So it depends on what they want to do. Well, to their oyster, really. So obviously we're looking at a risk assessment, making sure that everyone's safe in doing what we're doing. Could be from swimming to going out to the local community to doing a bit of skydiving. It really, really does depend. That's what the true meaning of person-centred is to me, because it's very individual for each individual young child, young person that we work with.
So if a family were interested in having some kind of support for them and for their young person, what would the process be? Obviously, they get in contact with you, and then how do you then move forwards to agreeing how many hours and what the activities are and who the people are going to be that deliver that support for that young person?
Initially, we go out to meet the family. It's co-production, so everybody is involved from the minute that I go and meet, from the first meeting that we have with the individual and their families. We do lots of different assessments to ensure that we capture the needs, communication skills, and the way the young person needs to be supported. So that could be because of health reasons, it could be because of their communication difficulties, emotional well-being, but having them first meetings with the parents, with the families, carers, ensures that we can drill down to get to the bottom of exactly how that young person needs to be supported. From then we sit and have discussions about what Mary or Paul would like to do, what are their goals, what are their likes and needs, what do they want to do within their future. So it's very, very different for each individual. What I can say, it's working in partnership with each family and child and young person, without a shadow of a doubt. So we work in, as I say, co-productive manner, so everybody's involved, so we know exactly where we're going, what we're doing, to get the best out of the support that's being provided to that young person.
And I noticed that you talked earlier about the types of needs that the young people might have, and some of those being up to quite complex needs. I'm just wondering, is there also a service that you offer for young people who maybe are perhaps in a mainstream placement, who might need a little bit of help and support with, I don't know, catching the bus, or going to meet some friends in town, or just being able to go off and do something to give their parents a couple of hours break?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's all involved. It's all very person-centred to the individual. So yes, we do travel training. We've worked with a local school in Essex before, doing some travel training, which worked out really, really well for 4 young people. Really, really loved that, and it brings a lot of independence, which brings a lot more, self-esteem. It's really, really good for health and well-being to be able to give somebody that responsibility to do that. So yes, we would provide the support around the young person's needs and exactly what their outcomes are. So that could be travel training, it could be going out to meet their, another person that they like, one of their friends after school, which means mum don't have to go with them. They're going with somebody that we've matched appropriately to them to go, where they can build a really good, transparent friendship with.
That sounds great. So, of course, as you're speaking, and I'm thinking about just the range of needs that you're able to meet here. Of course, what I'm wondering is, what's the cost implication for people? Because I guess that varies wildly, doesn't it?
It does. And again, I know that I sound so big, but because it's very person-centred, it is around that individual. So depending on how many hours, depending on what we're going to be doing and when the support indeed is required. I can say we work very much in partnership with Essex County Council, and the costings will be alongside what other local authorities do charge. So yes.
So from that, I'm guessing that a significant amount of the work you do will be families paying you directly, but I'm guessing also that some families receive direct payments, and am I right in thinking that could be used to pay the costs?
Yeah, any funding stream. So it's either from the local authority, it would either be from direct payments on individual budgets, or sometimes, Sue, we've had parents that pay themselves because they do want to go out for a meal for their anniversary next Friday night and no one's there to support them. So because we've been in and done them assessments initially, we know exactly what kind of support that individual needs and wants, what training the staff need to have to be able to go and successfully support them individuals in a safe manner, so we can then go and do that. So yeah, the funding stream's open to whatever is appropriate for that family.
So for anybody watching this, Jane, and thinking, oh, I might like to get in touch and have a conversation, how can people contact you?
People can contact me through our website. So if you go onto the website, or if you go onto our info page, so I can give you the info details of our email. So that is info@complete-life.co.uk. That will come through to myself or my business development manager, Emma Fisk. We will get in contact with you as soon as we receive an email, or that day, we could have then a chat and go from there. Arrange to meet, which would be great.
That's brilliant. And I'll, of course, share the contact details along with this video as well, Jane. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much for speaking to me today. That's been really useful, and it's lovely to meet you again.
Thank you, Sue.
So many parents and carers that I speak to are desperately in need of a little break now and again. And some people need a break more often than others, which is why I was really keen to let you all know about Complete Life. I think it sounds like they have a really flexible offer there, and Jane's clearly really passionate about what she does. So do get in touch with them if you would like to know more, if you would like to arrange to speak to them and see what they could offer you and your family. And I'll post all of the contact details for you along with this video. Hope it helps everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.